Councilmember Bobzine, can you hear us? Hello, can you hear us?
Barely.
Barely. Okay, we'll adjust volume. You are in chambers on the overhead currently, and we are about to begin the meeting.
Okay, there we go. Thank you.
All right. I'd like to call this meeting to order. Thank you so much for being here this afternoon. At this time, we're going to do the Pledge of Allegiance. George Foster, please lead us in the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Yes, Breckus. Here. Dewar.
Here.
Delgado. McKenzie.
Here.
Jardin.
Here.
Bobzine.
Here.
Cheevy.
Here.
You do have a quorum, Madam Mayor.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. City Manager. No, you don't, sorry. At this time, Madam Clerk, public comment, please.
Yes, Madam Mayor, Sam Dene would like to speak in general public comment today.
Oh, I forgot.
Sam DNA. That's me, Sam DNA. I'm the encyclopedia of Reno government. I'm also a humble father, writer, boxer, fighter pilot, bomber pilot, airline pilot, and I'm a patriot who doesn't know much about football, though. Ladies and gentlemen, please fasten your seatbelts. No, ladies and gentlemen, please remain seated. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam? You're a grand old flag, you're a high-flying flag, ever in peace may you wave. You're the emblem of the land I love, the home of the free and the brave. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you over there, thank you, thank you, thank you for the smiley face. Thank you, Sam. You're welcome, Sam. I am Sam DNA. I am the epitome of the type of patriot that the radio and television, she's nodding her head. Radio, she knows what I'm going to say. Radio, television, and newspaper reporters should be telling you about, should be honoring, should be cheering about. They should be cheering about Sam Dene. Sam Dene has been on the battlefields, that's me, been on these battlefields fighting the government and especially fighting the media mouses for all of these years, 22 years. And before that, I was fighting the other enemy out there across the world for 30 years, flying my B-52 bomber and my F-4 Phantom. Get on the bus, bring in the mail. Sam DNA is what matters. Sam DNA is what matters. Get on the bus, bring in the mail. Sam DNA is what matters.
All right, thank you, Sam.
Madam Mayor, we have no further general public comment.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, at this time, I would like to get approval of the agenda.
So moved.
So I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries unanimously. All right, item 5 would be staff report. And I guess I would call up our city attorney. Unless, council, do you have, would anyone like a staff report? If there's not, then, all right. Any public comment on this item?
Madam Mayor, Sam Dene would like to speak on this item.
All right.
Nice smiley face. Sam DNA. the Encyclopedia of Reno Government. I'm an Air Force Academy graduate. I've been to every city council meeting since 1994. I know more about Reno government than all of the people up there added together. And this is going to be a tough gig, this is going to be a tough gig for me, because what we have on the agenda basically is the Reno City Council and the city manager, who's not here right now, against the Reno Gazette-Journal. Now, which side am I going to take? You people know who I despise the most. Oftentimes, I'm up here criticizing you for things you do. But most of the time, I don't blame you for it. I blame you. I blame the media mouses over there and over there who refuse to report the truth that arguably the greatest patriot and watchdog, watch angel in the history of Nevada is, well, I'm not arguably. The fact is I am the greatest watchdog, and everybody knows it. If the cameras could show them up there, you can see the deers in the headlight. Deers in the headlight. But much to your amazement, I'm going to take the city council side of this horrible, dysfunctional report from the dysfunctional Reno Gazette over there, who should be dismantled. And I have dismantled at least 10 of their reporters so far, and there's just a few more that really need to go even worse than the other 10. At any rate, my attitude is this. For those who didn't see it, go look on the internet. The Reno Gazette came down on these people like gangbusters, and just ironically, 2 weeks before, for the first time in my entire 22-year career, I gave the Reno mayor there some kudos for doing a good job. What are the chances that 2 weeks later, the Reno Gazette comes out and does a hit job? It was a guffaw, I think. Anyway, the Reno Gazette comes out I've been watching the paper, and I do take the paper because I have to see what lies they write so I can challenge them. I like the way the mayor is up there smiling. She knows where I'm going. She hopes she knows where I'm going, yeah. At any rate, here's the deal. This whole thing here was, and I read the whole thing, this was the Reno Gazette trying to figure out how many angels can dance on a pinhead. Nobody else challenges, nobody. Only Sam comes here to challenge these things. And I do it rightfully and justifiably. And I do it with spunk and gumption and moxie and vigor and patriotism. So let's take a quick look at the city. I think actually I should get a few extra minutes since I'm the only one who even cares enough to come here to talk about it. But anyway, let's take the business as government is to protect the citizens. Reno has arguably the best police force in America, one of the best fire departments, thanks to the fact that I nominated their chiefs. We've got, the buses are on time, the airplanes are on time, and heck, you can even park free on Fridays.
All right, thank you, Sam.
Madam Mayor, we have no further public comment.
Okay, thank you very much. All right, moving forward, may I get a motion? Councilwoman Dole.
So moved. I would like to move item 5.1 to authorize another $50,000 to fund the special council engagement.
All right, so I have a motion. Do I have a second? Second. All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. All right. Item 5.2. Does council desire a staff presentation at this time? Seeing that there is none, I will send it over to you, Madam Clerk. Any public comment?
Madam Mayor, Sam Dene would like to speak on item 5.2.
Okay, Sam Dene, the most trusted name in Nevada government for the last 22 years. And I will not introduce myself anymore, but probably during my dialogue, I'll do some more introducing. The other thing that we have on this agenda, besides the fact that the Reno Gazette over there had such an attackative article report against the beloved Reno City Council up there, and it was so attacative and so gross that even Sam had to come up here as the only person in the community, the only person who had the gumption and patriotism to come up here and defend you people, which in this case, you certainly deserve the defending. At any rate, what we have right now, and pretty much the last agenda item, was a situation where you're going to add another $50,000 to the, well, at this point, already $100,000 that's going to be spent to investigate something that the city manager may or may not have done. I won't go into detail, but the whole thing is and I don't know anything about guilt or anything, but this whole handling of this thing has been a travesty. It's been played out in the media. The media has so many things they could write about Sam. They could put headlines up there. Sam needs therapy. Yeah, put it up there tomorrow. I dare you. Sam needs therapy. Look at him up there, telling the world that he's the greatest watchdog in the history of Nevada. Well, does anybody out there want to come up and challenge that? Anybody out in TV land? I never get anybody on my YouTube channel saying, Sam, you're over the edge. Never, ever, ever. So I pointed out before, this city is in really pretty darn good shape. Actually, it's in great shape when you consider what the important things are. Law enforcement and fire. I nominated Jason Soto and Dave Cochran to be our new police and fire chiefs, and you obeyed my nomination, shall we put it that way. Now we've got, and we had this before with my other appointment of Steve Pitts, the previous fire chief. I nominated him. He did a great job for all those years. So $150,000 to investigate this thing, and I don't know, it's pretty tough. Although when I analyze the fact that the previous city council spent $30 million on this building for no reason, with a perfectly good city council building over there, and what's $30 million? I was the only one who complained about that, so why would anybody have the audacity to complain about a measly $150,000? Although there should be some way to make these parties have to pay some of it. I don't know. It doesn't seem fair that the citizens' taxes are defending somebody, but I don't want to go there. I hope we come out with an honest conclusion from all the investigators.
All right, thank you, Sam.
Madam Mayor, I have no further public comment.
Okay, thank you very much. Is Councilman Bobzian still there? Sounded like he might have,
I feel like we might have just lost.
did we lose him?
Yes, we did
lost
just lose him.
Okay. All right, with that being said, may I get a motion from council?
Madam Mayor,
Yes.
real quickly,
Councilmember McKenzie.
this money for an investigator isn't to defend anybody. It's to find out as clearly as we can the circumstances and the validity of the complaints that have been filed, and ultimately, if there's anybody that will be defended in this matter, it'll probably be the city themselves. So this money is money that is spent on behalf of the citizens to defend the city and to make sure that we are taking care of our employees the way that we've promised that we will. And we owe it to the citizens, we owe it to the employees of our city to assure that we have a thorough and efficient investigation of the charges, so that we have the facts before us when we make a final decision on what we're going to do. And with that being said, Madam Mayor, I would move to approve this item.
All right, thank you, Councilman. All right, so I have a motion. Do I have a second? All right, I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Madam Clerk, public comment.
Madam Mayor, I have no public comment.
Right. Sounds good. I have a motion. Do I have a second? All those in favor say aye. All those opposed? Motion carries unanimously. All right.